Earlier today, we shared that charges have been laid in a local human trafficking investigation involving the trafficking and sexual assault of a 15-year-old girl. On Wednesday, March 25th, 2020, at approximately 8:55 p.m., police were called to the Sandman Hotel, located at 888 Seventh Avenue S.W, to check on the welfare of a girl who was believed to have been sexually exploited and possibly in danger. As the investigation progressed, investigators learned the girl had been trafficked by a woman who introduced the girl to a man for the purpose of participating in sexual acts with the man in exchange for drugs and money. Police learned the girl had also been repeatedly sexually assaulted by the man and the woman who coerced the girl in participating in the sexual acts with them together in exchange for money. As a result of this investigation, Cheyenne, Madison, Savannah, Lee, Schmeikal, who is 19 years of age, and Michael Todd Mazer, who is 48 years of age, are each facing numerous charges. They will both appear in court later this month. Human trafficking investigations often take numerous months to complete. There are usually multiple offenders that are working together to traffic people locally and sometimes across different jurisdictions. These crimes are vastly underreported, as with the vulnerable victims that are involved in these cases, they may not recognize that they're at risk or that they're actually being sexually exploited. We are asking anyone who may have information about this investigation to come forward. The Calgary Police Service encourages anyone who feels they have been a victim of sexual assault to please report it to the police. There is actually no time limit on how long a victim has to report sexual assault in Canada. I will now take any questions you have.
Do you think that these two suspects may have been involved with, targeting other minors? Do you think that there are possibly more victims?
That's certainly something that, as this investigation progresses, it is still a very active investigation that we are looking into, that possibility.
Was this an example of local sex trafficking, or was this minor brought in from a different province or city?
This specific case was local, yes.
Can you speak a little bit about the complexity, you touched on it a bit, of these investigations and how long they take, and I guess the reluctance of a victim to possibly come forward, or are we even aware that this is happening?
So I think maybe first I'll address the reluctance part. There's a lot of victims, they have multiple vulnerabilities, and I'm talking more generically, not just in this specific situation. But what we have to remember is that these are kids. Sometimes they don't trust the police. Sometimes they don't have support at home or at school or even in the community. So it does take a long time for them to find somebody that they trust to come forward. And the complexity of the investigation, we truly want to ensure that we follow up every investigative avenue and lead that we have, and that involves talking to and tracking down numerous people, as well as obtaining records from other places, CCTV, bank records, those types of things, to ensure that we hold the right people accountable.
Is there an element of grooming in this situation, as that, you said the first encounter was kind of in March and then the arrest happened in November?
So just to specify your question, do you mean like grooming between March and sort of now, or prior to?
Or prior to, like, can you give us a kind of an example, like, where did this woman befriend this teen, or can you give us kind of any background on how they came to be known to one another?
I think in situations like this, grooming is always an element. It's very much a part of what leads to these offenders being able to exploit and traffic these girls. They spend a lot of time engaging in that grooming behavior prior to the sexual exchanges happening.
Can you say how the victim is doing?
She's doing pretty well. Yeah, quite well.
Any other questions?
Oh, sorry, did you say, how did this matter come to the police attention?
So initially, the police were called for a check on welfare, believing that this girl was possibly at risk of being in some sort of harm at that hotel.
Was it from a hotel staff member?
No, there were some other communication with some mutual friends that they had reached out to some people that they trust, and then in turn, those trusted supports contacted the police.
I guess too, you said that there can oftentimes be other people involved. Are you looking for other people? Do you think that other than these two people that have been charged, there may have been others that were involved?
I do believe that there's other people out there in the community that have information in relation to this matter, and I'm certainly interested in speaking with anybody that has any information.
Thank you.
Thank you.